on your batteries. Check. Emergency center. Check. Store up your water. Check. And board up your window. Check. So you got to place it. Check. Before it is too late. Check. Disaster could happen anytime, any place.
Welcome to From Danger to Safety, the official disaster preparedness program from the National Emergency Management Agency, Nema. This show is proudly brought to you by our sponsor, National Caribbean Insurance. Stay with us as we move from danger to safety.
In the sun or in the rain, life's a journey, joy and pain. But NCI's here day and night, always here for you, making it right. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here to the very
At National Caribbean Insurance, you are covered and secure. We're your partner, your protector, your peace of mind. So for home, for health, for life, choose NCI because we're always here for you. Always.
Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here to the very end. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here to the very end.
On today's program, we're highlighting one of the most critical aspects of disaster preparedness: emergency shelters. Shelters are a lifeline for people who have lost their homes or need to evacuate from a dangerous area. They provide a safe haven from the storm and a place of refuge during and after a disaster. We are joined by Valentine Lindsay, who chairs the Housing and Shelter National Subcommittee, one of 10 subcommittees that form the framework of the National Emergency Management Agency, also known as Nema. He'll explain when the committee's work begins, what it entails, and the important considerations that go into selecting and managing these safe spaces. He will also discuss the challenges they face, such as vandalism and how the public can help. Stay with us as we move from danger to safety.
Yeah, my name is Valentine Lindsay, Chairman of the Housing and Shelter Subcommittee for Nema. I work at the Ministry of Housing and Human Settlement. The Housing and Shelter National Subcommittee consists of a number of persons from various ministries. Our aim is to examine the house shelter stock of the country, check the integrity of the infrastructure, and also to ensure that the safety of our people would be guaranteed if we need to use these shelters, if we need to use the shelter. As I mentioned, we consist of a number of persons from different ministries. We have persons from sustainable development, physical planning, and as such, those persons have the skill set to be able to examine the infrastructure of these community centers and other centers that are deemed necessary for shelters. Probably I can do it this way. We would have examined a church in Sandy Point, ecclesiastic faith church, because what we recognize, Sandy Point, the capacity for Sandy Point is not what it ought to. So we had to go and look for new areas. And so the church building is one area that we looked at. First, we'll have to consider whether it has the space, the square footage. Then we also would have to look at the number of bathrooms and whether if persons were to use the shelters, we can divide the space into two, for male and for female. And those are some of the things that we look at. We also have to look at whether it has wheelchair accessibility. Looking at this one here, this is one of the things that we'll have to do to improve this shelter here, to have wheelchair accessibility. We also have to look at whether there are any water harvesting or water storage on site. And we also have to look at whether there is the type of roof and how it is built and so forth. Well, some of the centers for persons who need special needs, some of the centers are already equipped with railings in the bathrooms, railings in the shower, railings in the toilets, and also some of them have the toilet seating. Some is a bit raised in order to accommodate persons who would need those support. Well, I must say Nema has 10 subcommittees, and the Housing and Shelter subcommittees, we are poised to get out the block first. So January, just about the third week in January, we crisscross the country. And so that process will take about 3 months, because we go at least once a week to a community. And some communities have 6 shelters, some have 7, and so on. So it takes some time. And remember, most of our members are from different ministries, so we still have to sort of navigate the workload on their desks. Having crisscrossed the country and examining the centers, a report will be done at the end of the day, and we will separate those centers that needs major improvements and those that need minor. So both will be done. Also, the committee also do a costing. So when we send the report to the PS, they would have an idea as to what it will cost to repair the centers. And then she would forward it to the national security. There, it comes under the Prime Minister, and the Ministry of Finance also comes under the Prime Minister. And there, I would imagine that the funds would be allocated to the various ministries to carry out the repairs. The public can play an vital part to assist the committees, or not even just the committees, but the nation, to instill in their children the need of nation pride, the need to have nation pride, the need to value public assets, and also to encourage their children, because I cannot see really adults doing this, so it has to be the young ones among us. So I believe that the public need to engage a conversation with their children, especially in those areas, those communities where we have the centers have to be closed down simply because they are vandalized. So I think the awareness and education is something that we would have to do. So those organizations within their portfolio, within their program, they may need to look at that as well, so that they can assist in educating our nation. Yes, there are a number of shelters based on the last list that we would have submitted need some work to be done, and we would have had one of our persons, Ms. Roberts, who is in community development. She is the project officer there, and so based on her job title and her function, it makes it a bit easy. She's also part of the committee, and it makes it easy. So we have someone now, in doing their work, they are basically continuing to monitor and manage the work that is done at these centers. So if you look at this present center here, we had some issues with the windows, and now you can see that we're not just putting windows here, these are security guard windows. So they can take some sort of, they are protected in terms of hurricane graded. And so this is what we are doing now. I think St. Paul's, we have some windows to change in St. Paul's as well. And there are other centers that we are upgrading as we go along in preparation for this hurricane season. As you know, resources are scarce, and we will not be able to do all the centers for this year. Well, my departing words for the nation, basically, we are a praying people, And for the past 5 to 10 years, we have not really had a direct hit. And as such, persons have become complacent. And every time, they hear a hurricane is in the air, oh, you're going to pass over us, you're accustomed to pass over us. And so we tend to let down our guard. So, but every home must be outfitted with a hurricane preparedness kit. And I would think that is one thing that we need to ensure, that each home have a hurricane preparedness kit.
That's all the time we have for today's episode of From Danger to Safety. We'd like to extend a special thank you to our guest, Valentine Lindsay, Chairman of the Housing and Shelter National Subcommittee, for providing such a vital overview of the Housing and Shelter Subcommittee's work. His insights remind us of the importance of these safe havens and the significant effort required to prepare them for our community. A special thank you to our sponsor, National Caribbean Insurance, for making this program possible. The program is aired every Tuesday at 1 p.m. on Ziz Radio with a rebroadcast on television at 8 p.m. It will also be available on Nema's YouTube channel and Facebook page. For more information on disaster preparedness, follow us on our social media channels. Join us again next time.
So you got to play safe before it is too late. Disaster could happen anytime, any place. In the sun or in the rain, life's a journey, joy and pain. But NCI's here day and night, always here for you, making it right. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very
At National Caribbean Insurance, you are covered and secure. We're your partner, your protector, your peace of mind. So for home, for health, for life, choose NCI because we're always here for you. Always.
Always here for